What's up, guys? It's Colt. I'm feeling a little sick, and I just woke up, so sorry I wasn't able to do one yesterday. I didn't have a lot of time, and I was just a little sick. But here's a vlog update, and I'm going to be talking about the upcoming E3, and if you don't know what that is, it's just a big convention where people go and they announce new games, and you get hands-on time with games, and it's a really fun time, not only for us, but for the developers who get to show off all the stuff they've been working on. And I always get really excited for it. Last year was a really fun year. That's when they announced Halo 4, and that was really fun. And this year I have some high hopes for this year. I think it could be a really good year, and hopefully they'll get rid of some of the gimmicky stuff, because E3 has had, like, the Microsoft press conferences the past 2 years have been very Kinect centric, and I really hope they don't do that. So I'm gonna go through what I'm looking forward to seeing and what I hope to see, because they announce stuff, and hopefully they'll announce some games that I'm looking for, and I'm obviously a mess right now. But obviously I want to see some Halo 4. I think it's about time we find out what the new enemy is. And I also want to see, I don't know if I want to see Black Ops 2, but I know I'm going to see Black Ops 2. I don't know if I necessarily care. I'm more interested in seeing how they innovate the multiplayer, if they even innovate the multiplayer at all. And I'm obviously most excited for Zombies, which comes standard with Treyarch's Black Ops games. But Black Ops 2, hopefully they can do something different and surprise me. But I don't think they will. But also looking forward to seeing some Assassin's Creed 3 gameplay. We've seen snippets, we've seen quite a bit from the game, but we haven't really seen any, this is the game, this is how it's going to look, this is how it's going to be when you're playing it yourself. So I really want to see some of that, and I pretty much guarantee that's going to show up at the Ubisoft press conference. So Halo 4, Assassin's Creed 3, probably going to see some Bioshock Infinite. That had a really good showing at last year's E3. Excited for, I don't know, there's just so many good games coming out. Borderlands 2, that looks like it's going to be fun. I think maybe, and I'm kind of excited for this, maybe see some Crysis 3 there. Some Crysis 3 gameplay could be a possibility. And obviously, some Resident Evil 6 gameplay should be there in some capacity. And what I hope to see, what I hope gets announced, it's funny, I know Gears of War 3 just came out not too long ago, and but I've been playing the crap out of that game with some buddies, and I gotta say, I love Gears of War right now. And so I don't think it's gonna be there, but anything Gears of War related would be welcome. I don't think Gears of War 4 is ever going to come out, because I think they ended the trilogy. But I do think sometime in the future they'll pull, kind of like what Halo did, they'll go back to when everything started, like it went back to Reach. So I think Gears of War sometime will go back to E-Day, when the Locusts first came up, if you're familiar with the story. I definitely think they'll go back to that sometime, and that could be pretty fun. And I don't think that'll be announced, but maybe like an expansion pack for Gears of War. Anything Gears of War, it's good. And the big game I hope gets announced, and it's hinted that it might get announced, is Dead Space 3. And Dead Space is one of my all-time favorite franchises, and I love the first one, and the second one absolutely blew me away. Dead Space 2, probably one of my favorite games of all time. Probably my favorite campaign, at least linear campaign of all time, Dead Space 2. It just the gameplay, I loved everything about it. And I think we're just going to get a trailer like, hey, Dead Space 3, it exists, yada yada. But my hopes for the game, I hope they have a co-op mode, but a co-op mode that doesn't detract from the fear of the single player game. I still want you to be able to play the single player game completely alone, because that's how it's always been. When Resident Evil 5 forced a co-op partner on you, I did not like that. I want to be able to play Dead Space alone, with my surround sound cranked up, scaring the crap out of me. And then, but co-op mode, like maybe, I don't know, like a separate campaign or something, that would be cool. The multiplayer mode I wasn't really fond of. If you scratched it, whatever. If you kept it, whatever. But one thing I think would really work well with the Dead Space formula is like a survival horde mode, Nazi zombie firefight type mode. I think it just fits really well with like all the abilities you have with kinesis and the slowing down time. And I just love the Dead Space gameplay so much. And a mode like that is a really good way of adding replayability and allowing you to go back and experience that gameplay again without, just playing the campaign over and over again. And I don't necessarily think it could be scary, I just think it's fun and I enjoy the gameplay. Also, more Zero-G fights, because Zero-G in Dead Space 2 was really fun, and yeah. So I think that's basically my biggest ones. I'm not necessarily the biggest Half-Life fan, but if Half-Life 3 finally got announced, I think that'd be pretty cool. But I don't think Valve's going to even be there this year. I think that's it, and I think I'm going to wrap this video up. And thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, follow us on Twitter, add us on Facebook, stuff like that. Later.